everybody. Welcome to Neurotic News. We're in another new studio here. Don't know why I'm acknowledging that.
Yeah.
People listening are like, great, tell us about the studio. It's a really boring start
The
to
diversity of studios is apparent.
Yeah, it's important to keep diversity in all facets of life, including the studios you're recording in.
It's good that there's a podcast studio in every building now.
Yeah, there is.
Good.
Yeah. You can go, you're just in your local apartment. There's normally one in the laundry.
Yeah, they come
yeah. Does this apartment have a podcast studio?
Yeah.
Yes, and Wi-Fi and air conditioning.
Yeah.
How are you? I mean, we haven't recorded since Edinburgh, Portugal. You went to Spain. It sounds like an extravagant lifestyle if you weren't staying in student accommodation.
It does matter what the accommodation is like.
It does, yeah.
When it's a student accommodation that's like a Norwegian prison.
Yeah.
It had that vibe that it was like if you killed someone with a hammer in Oslo. Like that's where we were staying.
Well, yeah, it's funny because it's like, is that good or bad? Because, yeah, it's like it's nice, but it is still a prison.
It was worse than a Norwegian prison, I think.
Really?
Because Norwegian prisons have like artwork.
Do they?
They have like Banksy murals.
Is that meant to be for rehabilitation? Is that their theory?
I think art is therapy.
So how do you know so much about Norwegian prisons? Other than obviously your general demeanor and outlook. And
I find it interesting that, you can kill a bunch of people and they send you to an island.
Right. So
it could be just fishing.
Yeah.
No, it could be a lifestyle choice. Like you're allowed to just leave the prison and stuff and go shopping in the mainland, and then you got to go back and there's curfew.
Right. So it just sounds like regular life if you were married or whatever.
It sounds like a Kentucky tour.
Yeah.
It's routine.
Why did you kill her? Because, I just wanted to get a better apartment and somewhere near the water, like the prison's near the water, and I'd like to fish.
It's just nicer, than my other lifestyle. And they're just polite and stuff. But the place we were staying was very much like it had that vibe with the doors and stuff, like making noises.
Yeah, you had to get in through a variety of security measures, and then your room was very small, very basic. And then you'd go to a show every night. It was kind of a surreal experience, really. There was a communal kitchen, and I mean, that's the depressing part for me. That's where the reality hits. I can handle a small room, a single bed with a shitty mattress,
Yeah.
I could handle that part.
Yeah.
But when you go into the kitchen and, there's a Spanish dude in there cooking up his sardines or whatever and singing and dancing, and there's like that communal backpacker vibe, and you're just trying to be depressed in a good area.
Yeah.
Of the apartment. That's what gets depressing, I think.
The communal kitchen's what wears you down.
Yeah, it wears you down.
I remember there was just someone commenting on my sandwich.
Yeah.
They're like, wow, that's a big hero sandwich you got there. That's huge. And it upset me. Do you know what I mean? Like you're trying to cut the avocado or whatever, and they're like, well, you're going to put avocado on that?
Well, Americans are the only ones who would do that.
Yeah.
Of the multinational representation you get in the communal kitchen, Americans are the one going, hey, dude, yeah, I love the look of that burrito, dude. Where'd you get that? Is that from down the road, dude?
Yeah. That kind of frustrates me because, when you just want to eat, it's like all you've got left.
Yeah.
I just want to make this sandwich alone and then take it somewhere alone.
Yeah, and eat alone.
Like I want to make it alone and eat it alone.
In peace and quiet.
And I've just got this commentary on what I'm making. It's like, man, that's so big. You must be hungry, dude.
I remember that. The woman going, dude, that's a massive hero. I didn't ever heard the term hero.
Yeah, she's like 70 years old too.
So it's funny when you see really old people in the student accommodation. You're like, what's gone wrong here? That was really depressing when when you'd go in and there was like a 70-year-old dude just lying on the couch in thongs.
Yeah, there's an old Bulgarian dude just having a nap on the communal couch, and he wakes up when you open the door because it slams, because it's like a prison door. So he kind of wakes up, he's like, oh, yes, and then turns over and sleeps the other way.
Yeah.
It's like, why are you so sleepy?
It's something about it, it kind of reminds me of when you find out your parents are real people.
Yeah.
Like you have this image of them when you see someone that age in student accommodation, you're like, fuck.
It's like seeing
don't
a
think-
teacher at the movies.
Yeah. It's just like,
You know what I mean? Like you go and see the new Batman movie and the guy that taught you geography's in the
yeah.
row ahead.
And you're like, just a regular dude.
I didn't know you could watch movies.
Yeah. I didn't know you existed outside the classroom.
That's, when you see a 60 or a 7-year-old like lady just hanging out in a communal kitchen, and it's just it just jars you.
What is this American term, hero, for a sandwich?
That's a sandwich.
A hero.
Yeah.
Like a 9/11
Like a sub.
firefighter.
Yeah.
Spelt the same.
Yeah.
I love that only in
Vernacular.
America would they compare a sandwich to some, great feat or someone who's done something amazing.
Someone who's like rescued someone from a wreckage.
Yeah. It's like, that's what that is too.
Yeah. You're kind of a hero for being able to eat it.
Wow, dude, you're a hero for getting that through. You had to consume that foot long.
Well, she'd comment on it, and then her friends would add stuff in, like, wow, yeah, you got a hero going.
Oh, man, Americans are funny like that.
Yeah.
That American comic we were hanging out with. I said, I'm going to go to Portugal after that. He's like, dude, Portugal food sucks, dude. It's all codfish.
Yeah.
It's just codfish, dude. It's like, nah, man. Portugal has pretty good food.
I did have problems with the food, but
You did in Portugal?
I think because it was a town that wasn't known for its eating.
Because it was the beach town.
It's like, we've got you stuck here.
You have to eat American style, like Western.
Yeah. You feel like you're getting like a lower quality because you're captive. It's like, those restaurants that are in busy locations like Circular Quay and stuff.
Always shit and expensive.
It's like you're stuck.
Always. Yeah. We've got you trapped here. We're paying the rent, so the food's going to be shit and expensive.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is just me, but every time I eat fish and drink water now, I'm just like, is this poisoned?
Yeah.
Like, how much mercury is in this?
Yeah.
How much microplastics?
Well, they say the average human now consumes, on average, per month, a credit card worth of microplastics. So just in case I'm not getting enough from the environment, I eat an actual credit card. Just to be like,
right.
Okay, I definitely got a credit card's worth.
Man, I saw a David Cronenberg film where the humans evolved to eat plastic.
Yeah.
Like, they actually evolve, like, to be able to consume plastic.
Like those weird fish.
Yeah.
You know those fish that eat plastic?
They're fish that eat plastic?
Yeah, you know that trash island? That's
all of them are eating plastic, aren't they?
But some of them are like, fuck yeah.
Consciously.
Yeah, they're like, this is awesome. And they like it.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I haven't heard about this.
They mop up the plastic.
And what happens to them? Surely they die.
I think they've developed an ability to incorporate it
No.
into their
Diet?
yeah, into their
Plastic.
diet. Which is, I mean, I don't want to eat plastic.
No.
Personally.
Well, you are, though, eating a credit card worth.
Yeah, I mean, like, that's even if you're not seeking it out.
Right. You're just getting a credit card worth whether you like it
That's
or not.
passive.
For free.
Yeah, it's not like, fuck, I'm going to eat this, like, Glad film wrapper.
Yum. It's kind of, I don't know if utopian's the word, but, like, there's something incredible about the idea of chucking plastic in the ocean and a fish eating it up like fish food.
Yeah.
For the better.
Yeah.
As in, like, it's actually doing...
Yeah, like it's helping the fish.
Yeah. I guess they'd bioengineer a fish that can just eat pollution.
Yeah. I think that might be what they're doing.
Yeah, just develop, like, weird creatures that suck on the end of a tailpipe or whatever.
Yeah, and just suck the exhaust fumes out of the car.
Like a car bong.
Yeah, like a car bong.
Yeah.
Gonna punch a cone.
This biologically engineered creature is
punching cones off the back of a Hyundai.
This Audi diesel. Oh, fuck, that's weird.
Yeah, bongfish.
Dude, that's a bongfish, dude.
Yeah, that bongfish is into conspiracy theories.
Because I used to love smoking weed. Now I like watching clips of people smoke weed.
Really?
Because I can't smoke anymore because I have a mental breakdown.
Yeah.
And collapse into a spiraling paranoid delusion that everyone in my life is conspiring to bring me down.
Yeah.
So I tend to
That's
avoid...
the THC, I think.
Yeah, that's
component.
the active... Yeah. Like, I look at a bag of weed and I'm like, how much paranoia is that, do you reckon? Like, full mental breakdown or just pacing the neighborhood Like, I remember I got CBD in an attempt to calm my nerves and paranoia and sleep better. And the dude selling it to me, he's like, legit, it was like really expensive. And he's like, do you want the stronger version, which has THC in it? And I was thinking to myself, well, it's just oil. And I've had this CBD oil and it's not strong. It doesn't really have a big effect. So yeah, give me the stronger version, thinking that it wouldn't make me high, that it'd be mild.
Yeah.
And I got so fucking stoned.
Oh.
I was pacing the neighborhood just going, fuck, I'm stoned. Fuck, like angry, like fucking hell.
Yeah.
I had to walk. You know, sometimes when you're really high, you're like, I've got to get outside.
Yeah.
I've got to be
Forest
outside.
bathing.
Yeah. Or like, and then you go outside, it's too much. I've got to go inside. And then you go inside and you're like, I've got to get it back outside again.
But you're regretting, because now it's just you're doing burnouts.
Yeah.
In your brain.
You're building bigger dividends in your fucking head than
there's a concrete truck just pouring cement into dysfunctional neural
your
pathways
phone.
and cementing them. Like, you'll never forget this. We've cemented over this fucked one.
This is now a fucking thoroughfare.
Yeah.
For every thought that comes in goes
Here's a
through that.
superhighway of negative thoughts.
Everything
constructed.
that happens,
it's infrastructure. Government, like paving over pathways. Like, yeah, they do hate you forever. Like, you'll never get rid of that. And that's what I felt like. Yeah, marijuana is like, I feel like in your brain you've got a security guard. If you're just normal and you don't smoke, you've got a security guard that gently escorts negative intrusive thoughts out the fire escape. And smoking weed's like firing him.
Yeah, you're out.
Yeah.
It's like when Tom Cruise fired his publicist and jumped on the couch and tried to strangle Oprah Winfrey.
Exactly.
If anyone remembers that.
Yeah.
You know, he's like, that's the same thing in your mind. It's like, fire the publicist. Let's jump on the couch of fear.
Yeah, so you're just heckling yourself now, and that there's no one to kick the heckler out.
Heckling yourself is a great way of putting it.
Yeah.
Like, it is unnecessary.
There's a guy going, you fucking suck, and they do hate you, for real. For real.
Oh,
it's not just an imagination.
Yeah. No,
They
are, like, in your mind, they're all your friends have gotten together. You know.
Like the unreturned text message.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I had this week, I had a week. It made me think of you, actually. That I, whenever I have really fearful, paranoid, I had a week this week where none of my communications were responded.
Yeah.
None of them. So I just have a whole week of unresponded texts. So every facet of my life, messaged my mate overseas, no response. Messaged a girl, no response. Messaged a workmate, no response. Emailed this person about something, no response. Like, all of them were unresponded?
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever had that before. No one got back to me.
That's when the conspiracy starts.
That's when the conspiracy starts.
You're like, they've met up. They're at a group Airbnb. Like, just laughing. Like, fuck, man.
Some enemy's gotten all of them together. And they're like, hey, guys, good to be here. This is his most recent ex. This is someone he's working with at the moment. This is one of his good friends. This is one of his friends overseas. We've got you all together today to agree that we're no longer communicating with him. That's what's going through your head.
Yeah. It's like an official, and they're like, okay, they're barbecuing and stuff as well. Like, they're
like
bonding.
they're having fun.
Yeah, it's solidifying their bond that they're not communicating with you.
Yeah.
You know how, like, you've got more in common with people you hate, like things that you hate? You're like,
their hate over you
I hate Marvel films. Me too. Let's have lunch. Like, that bonds you more.
Yeah.
If only there was a way just to know they were still on board with you.
Yeah.
Without the response.
I think that's the thing is that mental illness is so bad today because of this.
Yeah.
It's the unresponded text. I know that's a bold claim, but it is just the text. It is just the texting.
I had an idea for a We Cool app. It's an app.
Yeah.
It like measures their brain and it gives them like a green tick. Like, they don't have to respond. It's just like, no, they're still on board, but they're busy.
Right.
So you get like a green tick, but so they're not going to respond ever, but they don't hate you.
Right. Yeah. That's brilliant. Yeah.
So that allows you to function.
So you have all your contacts in an app, and you reach out, and the app automatically scans their brain and returns like ding. Like, you know, there'll be a
doesn't
ding,
hate you, is not trying to destroy you actively, isn't in a group Airbnb with several other acquaintances and enemies conspiring.
Like, you can go into the more detailed report.
Yeah.
Like, it's just a green tick, and you're like, oh, cool, we're cool.
Yeah.
Just he's not responding right now.
That's the free trial version. And you can get premium.
You've got to pay for the pro thing where
Yeah.
it's like he is not meeting with other people. They are not throwing you under the bus in a group chat.
They're not together right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then so that's the premium suite of features where
Right.
it goes in depth. It's like actually they're quite partial to you. So you get more. This one, because the free trial just tells you they don't hate you actively.
Right.
They're not like, fuck, I hate that. Because that's in your head what's happening.
I think if I just got ding, they're indifferent kind of thing. Like
Yeah.
that would be enough for me.
That's enough.
Yeah. They're not actively hating you. They're not actively liking you. They're just genuinely busy.
It's funny when you got low self-esteem and when indifference is like enough, it's like, yeah, that's enough. Like,
Yeah.
Just
Just they don't care.
like I just want a quiet life of tea and bread.
Yeah.
Like I don't need anything more than that. Like I'm humble.
Yeah.
Like indifference is enough to be like I'd be happy with indifference.
Yeah.
Like if it just sent back like just they're neutral to you.
Yeah, I would be happy with that too, I think.
Yeah.
Just a green tick. And I think that would be a very popular app as well, actually.
Either that or Lexapro, but
Yeah, it's either the app or just what everyone else is doing now.
I read a thing about like Lexapro or whatever where, because if you're depressive, you have like a negative interpretive lens on every behavior. So like you go to the gym, the receptionist is indifferent. You're like, what the fuck? Like they're usually so friendly.
Right, so you're seeing it through the lens of negativity. So every social interaction's interpreted.
You're
as-
raw dogging negativity in its unfiltered form.
Right.
Like you're just getting pure negativity. Just fuck, that receptionist hates me. Like you're just getting like assaulted with that. Whereas Lexapro, they showed or whatever that it just made someone go, oh, they're probably busy. Good luck.
Really, they showed that?
That was in a book, probably sponsored by Big Pharma.
Lexapro, yeah.
I
That's
mean,
the thing,
it
they
was
fund
written
all
by
the studies.
Lexapro, so-
Yeah. It's on the case of the drugs.
Yeah, that was actually in the pamphlet that came with the medication, but so it's not
Say,
objective.
for example, the receptionist at your gym
Yeah.
acts indifferently. Lexapro will mean that you just go, oh, they're probably busy.
Even if it's not true, it's still like a good way of describing what a normal person would view that reaction as. Like, I'm not saying Lexapro would do that. They were, but
Right.
if you could fix your brain.
Right, yeah. I was once on Lexapro and I found that there were new problems,
Yeah.
like just bloating, like you'd just be big. I was just big. I was 10 kilos heavier than I am now.
Wow.
Because your body just holds all this water. That can't be good, right?
That's what it's like. It's like, now take Ozempic to get rid of
Yeah.
the bloating from the antidepressant. It's like, don't you find pharmaceuticals are a chain reaction?
Yeah,
Like, it's like you let one go, it's like a nuclear arms race.
that's true. Yeah.
I like to take Ozempic for the appetite suppressant effect and then smoke weed and have the munchies, like rap battle with the Ozempic.
have a battle. Yeah, I
Put a
like that.
pretzel in front and just see what wins.
Yeah, to see which drug's really effective.
Yeah.
Because I always find like with weed, it's like, not that I've smoked it in a long time, but I remember I think the last time I really got stoned was one that was that oil. And my friend, just to give you an idea, who smokes a lot of weed and loves it, one of those guys, which I'm so envious of, people that can just smoke weed and go to a
'Cause it's
business
awesome.
meeting. Yeah, I would love that. But he took that oil and he said he was so stoned he went to sleep and woke up still stoned. So I mean, imagine taking that when you're just a paranoid delusional. You know, that's what happened.
When Snoop Dogg takes it and he's like, what did you mean, man, when you said that for Hizzle? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, imagine Snoop Dogg.
Yeah.
Like, it's like he took the oil and was like, what the fuck does that mean for Rizzle?
Like that tips him over into paranoid.
Like, if it's tipping Snoop Dogg into...
Yeah, that wouldn't it make you feel a weird sense of
justice.
I don't know. Yeah, to know that maybe Snoop Dogg's getting repetitive, intrusive, paranoid thoughts when he's stoned.
Yeah.
Like that even he isn't exempt.
Yeah.
Like even he's at home going, yo, you motherfuckers talking about me?
Well, as a rapper, it would be the worst drug to
Yeah.
take because there's ongoing feuds with other rappers and you're just pouring kerosene of neurosis onto
Also,
it.
you're putting yourself out there. You're saying you're the greatest. You know, that's in the culture of it. You got to say you're the best. You got to say you're killing it. You got to say these other guys suck. Then you get stoned and go, fuck, am I that great? What the fuck was I thinking? Holy shit. I said I was going to kill that. I said I was going to kill that guy.
And his family?
Shit. I said I fucked his bitch. Man, that's rude, man. What the fuck was... Sometimes it can be humbling, eh?
Yeah.
It can shatter your ego.
I think marijuana is a good drug for alpha males just to subdue them so they don't like put someone in a chokehold in a public area.
I heard Rogan say that once on his podcast.
Yeah.
That's what he does.
Yeah, that's exactly who should be on it.
Yeah. UFC commentators that are fully into fighting.
Just dudes with thick necks where the veins are, when the veins are pulsating, get them on.
Yeah, if the neck's a certain size, get them smoking weed.
Because they're not the type of people who are having repetitive intrusive thoughts organically. Anyway.
Right.
Like if you've got a big thick neck, you're not like, what does this mean? Fuck.
No, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
You know the guy at the gym that's just dead, like he's not going like, what does that mean when he said that?
Yeah.
So the weed, it's better for those people anyway?
Yeah. It's like a bit more of a balancing.
Whereas if you're already a coward.
If you're an insecure coward.
Yeah, if you're an insecure coward cuck and then you sprinkle herbal cowardice on that.
Yeah. I guess weed's a fascinating drug like that because if you are an insecure coward cuck, it senses that and makes that bigger.
Yeah.
But if you're a confident, not insecure alpha male with a large neck, it goes, oh, well, I'll help you in this way.
Yeah. Maybe I shouldn't use this dumbbell to bash someone's face in. Like it's more they have thoughts like that. They're like, maybe I shouldn't hurt someone physically. You know what I mean? Like it almost stopped because their level is like, I'm going to like have a roid rage attack in a cinema and crack someone's head open.
Right. And this will
make me go, maybe I shouldn't. Like that's their intrusive thought.
I love that.
Whereas if I smoke weed and go to the movies, I'm like, time the Malteser crunch with the explosion.
Because you're worried about infringing on other people's.
Yeah, like you're like, fuck.
Oh shit, that's hilarious. Anyway, so
I should be on meth.
You think
that'd be better? Like get the cowards on meth and the alphas on
weed,
so you can meet in the middle.
I guess coke maybe. Maybe coke is a better. Because here's something interesting, man, that I delved into. I didn't know this, but Australia has the highest cocaine use per capita.
Yeah.
In the world. And the other thing is it's the most expensive coke in the world. Can you imagine? And most of it isn't even coke. Most of it's fake. Like most of it's just laced with meth and just fake.
Baby laxative.
Yeah. How fucking crazy is that? What does that say about Australia, do you think? Like, we love cocaine, but it isn't even really cocaine. It's totally fake. And we're willing to pay exorbitant amounts for this shit that isn't even great.
Yeah.
It's pretty interesting.
That combination as well.
Yeah, that most people that are doing coke in inverted commas are just doing meth.
Whereas in Bolivia, they're doing it for $5. But it's real.
But it's real.
It's like the opposite.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's why, my theory is that's why Australian TV sucks so much. Because I think that executives need to be on coke to have big ideas.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they're thinking of Game of Thrones, dude, like doing coke, going like, fucking there'll be dragons destroying ice zombies. It'll be fucking sick. You know, like then they do like the Sopranos, like they risk, like cocaine's big risk, big ideas, confident, crazy. They put everything on the line with their shows, and our executives are on meth. So they're paranoid, small thinking, risk, like, oh fuck, well, neighbours. What are your neighbours up to?
Yeah.
Where are the neighbours?
What are they doing?
Home and away. We'll do something near the beach because there's lots of beaches in Australia. So we'll do something at the beach. Like, it's not big thinking.
No, it's like risk averse, paranoid.
Paranoid, border security.
Yeah.
How do we get it in the meth? Like, where? Like, who's? I want to see. You know.
So they're doing research in how best to smuggle meth by doing a show about airport security.
Yeah, they're like, oh, they're after us.
So it's like Inception or something where they're studying.
Yeah, I just think it's small thinking.
Yeah,
that's why they're doing The Office 25 years after The Office was out.
Yeah,
because the risk was too great to do it at the time. So now they're doing it after everyone works from home.
Yeah, that's good timing.
Yeah,
when like most people work from home and from cafes, hot desking, and
Yeah.
do a show about an office
That's now obsolete.
Yeah. I mean, it's a perfect metaphor.
Like they'll do a remake of MASH soon.
Yeah. When North Korea nukes another country. It'll be North Korean version.
Yeah.
But it'll be set in Australia. It'll be like...
Just the worst idea
same
ever.
theme as well.
Yeah.
They've got licensing. It's like no one cares. And I feel like, Australian TV culture is like if you put like into AI, you asked artificial intelligence to design an American TV landscape.
I feel like Australia is like a weird... It's like if you asked AI to generate a country based on America.
Yeah.
It's sort of like America, but it's a bit weirder and fucked up and mutated and kind of...
It's just off a bit.
Yeah.
Like the TV personalities feel like robots. They're like, yeah, and now to so-and-so, and they're like laughing at stuff.
Yeah, it's like America, but it's sort of not as confident.
Yeah, it's a bit like, okay, whatever you reckon, I guess.
Yeah.
Like do you know what I mean? Like Americans like, yeah, I don't think the vaccine works. And people are like, woo.
Yeah.
Whereas here it's like, yeah, no, it definitely works.
Yeah. I mean, you know, maybe we could possibly even think about, I don't know. I mean, I'm not saying that it doesn't, but I'm just saying like maybe could we even possibly, I mean, I'm not going to question it.
Yeah, there's no actual like
definitive, confident,
eccentric characters that are committed.
Yeah, they're like mutated AI versions of America. We are like a mutated, weird AI version of American culture.
Yeah.
Like we have hamburger chains and all that kind of shit, but it's sort of not the same.
That's a weird feeling when you go to like a diner. You know, you grow up, you go to a diner when you're a kid, like an American style, like Harry's Diner, and you eat all this American type food, and then you actually go to America.
And it's nothing like it.
And it feels weird. It's like I've tasted the derivative version before the original.
Yeah.
So it's this weird feeling that it gives you. Do you know what I mean? Like... You've tasted like the second order derivative of the original, and then you go to the original and the original doesn't seem real.
Yeah, wow. Yeah, that's right. It is a surreal experience going to America like that because so much of our culture is based on it and all the TV and everything. Then you go there and you're like, oh, I've seen this already.
But in a different
way.
Yeah.
God, there was a place in America that the whole goal of it is to have the fattest, most dangerous, most fattest burger.
Yeah.
Have you seen that? And a guy in a lab coat brings it out, and a guy actually died eating there.
Yeah.
How fucking crazy is that? I saw it on this weird doco where he's like, yeah, we have the most unhealthy burgers in the world.
Yeah.
Here. And that's what we do. It was almost like an art installation or something, and a guy was just so fat that he ate one and died.
Yeah.
And the guy was almost proud, like, not proud in like, oh, I'm glad he died, but proud in like, yeah, that's the point.
Yeah.
You can do it if you want. Should you? I don't know.
That sums up American society. Like there's a weird libertarian thing to it.
There really is.
You don't need a helmet, but you'll die.
Yeah.
And that's your fault, asshole. Like it's...
Man, it's so different to Australia, hey. I remember arriving in LA and my mate was like, come see me. And I got on a line bike scooter and it wasn't wearing a helmet, riding on the footpath. And I saw a cop with a gun just standing outside a synagogue. And I was riding towards him and the dudes were smoking weed and riding around me like in a Lime scooter. Guy goes past with a joint. Past him and I saw the cop and got off the Lime scooter like, fuck, I'm in so much trouble. And the cop didn't even bat an eyelid. I'm like, oh, that's right. Yeah, there's all these shootings going on and he's worried about someone shooting up the synagogue.
Yeah.
Like he's not worried about, you know what I mean? But in Australia, they'd be like, where's your helmet?
I was in Brisbane on a Lime scooter without a helmet. And these like this gaggle of like alcoholic Methheads in a park were just like, where's your helmet? Put your helmet on. Like I'm getting heckled by.
Yeah.
Like I'd prefer just a few shootings and less focus on the helmet. Do you know what I mean? Like that's better. Like I'm like.
Yeah, during the pandemic, you see Methheads with the mask on.
Yeah.
They're like, fucking got the mask on, fucking going to get more meth.
They'd have it like around their neck. Like that was weird. Like they'd have the mask on but not on properly.
But they were making an attempt.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
You'd hear Methods, where's your mask? Put your fucking mask on. culture just trickles down.
It gets all the way to meth heads.
Like it gets down, like it's deep.
Yeah, it's once you hit meth heads, that's the bottom of the barrel as far as like health and safety regulations go. Like if you get into meth heads, the government's doing a pretty good job, I think.
Yeah, when meth heads are wearing government mandated hard hats.
Yeah, I've got to wear a Hi-Vis. I'm a meth head.
Yeah.
So because I'm erratic and
you do see that. I see people with Hi-Vis on that aren't working.
Yeah.
Like they're just like there's an old dude that wears Hi-Vis, I think, because he's just alone.
Like so he wants to be visible.
Yeah, I think he's 80 years old and he's alone.
Right.
So he wears Hi-Vis. Like when he leaves there, I think it's like, look, I'm a person. Just don't hit me with a car, or just like I'm here.
Yeah, like I just want to be visible in society because I'm old.
I just feel invisible metaphorically. So I thought wearing Hi-Vis would...
It's such a weird culture because we don't give a fuck about the elderly. I just mean like we obviously care. I'm just saying that as a culture, we want the new thing. We want the young, good-looking. We want the, like they're our pop stars. They're our idols. They're our models. It's Zendaya. It's the latest, the newest. It's the new iPhone. It's the latest technology, it's the latest fashion, it's the newest car. And so in a culture that has no purpose for old people as a part of a society or community, as in we don't turn to them for wisdom, maybe Hi-Vis is just a way of going, there are old people and they're around.
Yeah.
As a way of... I think also meth heads should wear Hi-Vis because like I walked past a meth public housing thing and I just saw a woman screaming chasing a meth head and he jumped on a scooter with like a table. He had a table. He'd obviously she's like, where the fuck are you fucking cunt? Like, I don't know whether I don't think he was stealing it. It looked like they had a relationship, but he was taking a table. And it's just like, anyway, that kind of behavior, it'd be good to have it more visible.
Yeah.
Just so you're like, whoa, there's a meth head there. So
it'd be good to just have a way to locate where the problems are going to be.
Yeah.
Soon.
Because not disrespecting meth heads, but they're more erratic. So it'd be good to have, like, how trucks have like a reversing sound or something like that. Like, so next time, that a meth head is dragging a couch or something through a major road.
Yeah.
And there's like a Hi-Vis and you're like, oh, and he puts down cones or whatever and does the meth activity or whatever.
We should put traffic cones around meth behaviour.
Like and have the traffic guy, like the council guy with the sign or whatever.
Yeah.
Because, there's the sign with the guy digging, but it's a black sign of a guy, like the black outline of a guy smoking an ice pipe.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, there's a meth activity going on here and it's just two dudes fighting over a hot dog or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that would actually really help.
Yeah, just so you're like, oh, this area is coned off at the moment because a meth head's trying to get a battery out of a Lime bike and sell it somehow.
Because it's got lithium in it?
Yeah.
It's trying to mine the lithium from a Lime bike?
Yeah.
Battery?
This area's, he's got the stop-go guy because the meth heads...
drilling into the back of a Lime bike with a power drill?
Yeah, that he's stolen from a council work site. So, we're diverting traffic around that at the moment.
Yeah.
This guy stole a fire escape and he's trying to drag it across a fairly major road. So we're just setting up a meth head area.
Yeah, this is a meth area. That's another use for it.
Yeah, it sounds like a Scandinavian thing because they treat drug addicts as serious, real people that need help. Yeah, so they actually have shooting galleries and like you know this, right?
Yeah, it's like a part of it's palliative, not palliative, rehabilitative.
But they have rehabilitation.
Yeah,
that could be a step to that. Like, let's help them.
Yeah,
Well,
if you made it a ticketed event.
And the money goes towards rehabilitation.
Yeah. Like there's a traffic cone thing, like some guy just starts selling tickets. And
like a busker.
There's chairs. And they do like sausage sizzle and stuff. Like when you vote. When you vote and they have
But it's what, two meth heads fighting.
Yeah. And it's a community event.
Yeah. I can't tell whether that's dehumanizing or...
I think you'd watch it.
You'd watch it, yeah. It sounds like a dystopian future.
For some reason you don't want to watch it as much when it's not an event. I feel like sometimes you say, oh yeah, this is a thing.
Well, like street fights, so to speak, just like public outrage and like just on the way here, I saw a woman on a phone just going, "You said you'd be here and you're not. I took a fucking, I'm going to sue you for taking I had to take a day off work." And she's just screaming down the phone. That's about as good entertainment as you'll get because it's real.
Yeah. I feel like bogans have more drama than like office workers just because they work with their hands. So their minds are free.
Right.
To be like, fuck Gary's a cunt, I'm going to fucking bash him. Whereas like if you're in an office job, you're a knowledge worker, your brain is just so colonized by the job and that just the emotional labor of it all.
You think that...
Like it's more emotional labor to have an office job, so you just don't have a leftover thing to be like, what the fuck are you doing? Like...
Yeah, you're just like, sorry, thank you.
Yeah, you're just like, sorry, thank you, I just want safe passage through today.
You feel like that maybe because you're so in your head.
Yeah, you're just using
exhausted.
Your brain for emails and stuff. There's not enough left to
abuse someone on the street
for
parking or cutting you off.
Don't you think? Well, it's like if you're doing stuff with your hands, your brain is just so free.
Free enough to have the energy to abuse someone who cuts you off. Or
yeah, I don't know. When I've done manual labor, my brain it's crazy like how many like thoughts you can have.
Yeah, well, it's you're less exhausted mentally. If anything, invigorated.
Yeah.
That's why they yell gay cunt out of a ute.
Yeah, because
that's why it's out of a ute.
Yeah.
You don't see a Tesla pull up.
Yeah, one of those
rev
cars
its wheels
that stops at the lights as well. Like it doesn't even make a noise. It just powers down.
It goes...
You don't have it.
That's why utes will never have that.
Yeah.
Because they've got the energy to rev it and yell and...
I think they do have utes that power down, but it's a waste.
Yeah.
It's a waste of a...
Well, they don't want that feature.
Yeah.
Because they've got energy and they've got mental freeness.
Yeah.
To, you know...
And they're drinking Monster Energy drinks too.
They've got energy.
So they're drinking the Monster Energy and yelling gay cunt out of a ute.
And then
they have complete mental sovereignty of their brain because they're swinging a hammer.
And then you got the guy in the Tesla, stressed, worried, still overthinking the business meeting from before, got a work call coming in, got it all connected to the internet, the car, so he gets the email and the meeting, got that tomorrow, got to get home, blah. You know, that's why you can't rev a Tesla.
Yeah, you can't. You just don't have that space
to yell gay cunt out.
Yeah, there's no drama space.
You never see someone yell gay cunt out of a Tesla. Like, gay cunt.
Unless it's just been stolen.
By a meth head.
Yeah. When a meth head steals a Tesla.
That's a funny image.
It would be funny just to get, like, just drive a Prius really recklessly. Like, give a Prius to a bogan.
Yeah.
So there's just this Prius just doing like 120 in a school zone.
Just burning.
And you're like, what is that? Like,
yeah.
I'm not seeing, like, that Prius is really confident.
Prius is yelling gay cunt out of the window. It's
that
crazy.
Prius is acting like a ute. Like, there's just a Prius just going around.
The back door's open and shit. There's music blaring out.
Yeah, like, that Prius is not behaving like it.
Why is that Prius going through the drive-through at the Bottle-O?
Yeah.
Anyway, on that note, I think we should wrap it up for this week. Too much to talk about, but tune in for the next one, I hope. Thanks for listening. Thanks so much. Thanks, Rathi. Full stop. Just thanks. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.